Welcome to BAC Science Consultants. In this video, we shall look at the cell membrane. The cell and majorly, we shall look at the structure and the components of the cell membrane. Structure and components of the cell membrane. We understand that the cell membrane sometimes can be referred as the plasma membrane. We want to know, what is the cell membrane made of? We shall find that the cell membrane is made of lipid molecules, and these lipid molecules are referred to as phospholipids. The phospholipids have got specific structures. We have got a head-like structure, which is hydrophilic. You can say hydrophilic head. We also have the fatty acid tail, and this is hydrophobic. You can say hydrophobic fatty acid tail. So therefore, this is the unit of the structure of a cell membrane. The phospholipids can join together, the heads together, and the tails together. You can see that this is like a layer, but because it is a single layer, we can say it is a mono layer. The heads can as well join together, and the tails together, forming another layer, which is also another single layer. So we can see that these ones have now become two layers, the heads together and the tails together. And therefore, because of having two layers, we can say that this is a phospholipid bilayer. Of course, if we zoom from here, like this, these heads, and also zoom like this, we can see that this one is the inside of the cell membrane, and this one is the outside of the cell membrane. The whole of this space here is what we refer to as the cell membrane. If we continue with our phospholipids, the phospholipids can continue along here, and we come up with the structure like this. Observing from this structure, we can see that we have the phospholipid bilayer, because this is a single layer on top, this is another layer. We can observe that we have different components making up this particular bilayer. One of the components, you can see the proteins are attached at the surface of the cell membrane, and actually this one is the protein on the surface of the membrane, and it is called extrinsic. Then we have other proteins. These proteins are embedded partly into the bilayer, and these proteins are called intrinsic proteins. However, we have a number of intrinsic proteins, and these proteins are specific. For example, intrinsic proteins, we have some proteins that are embedded partly into the bilayer. For example, like this protein here, what we call a carrier protein. Then we have other proteins that span across the bilayer. And these proteins are called, because they move from one layer to another layer, they are called transmembrane proteins. But if we can critically observe, we can see that here these proteins have a pore, and because of this pore, they are called channel proteins. Now, in the bilayer here we have another molecule, this very molecule, which is referred to as cholesterol. This one will just disturb the cross-packing of these phospholipids, and its role is to regulate the fluidity of the membrane. And then we have the branching carbohydrate chain. This is the branching carbohydrate chain, and if it is attached on the lipid molecule or the phospholipid molecule, it is called a glycolipid. And if this carbohydrate branching chain is attached on the protein, it is called the glycoprotein. And these two can act as antigens for cell-to-cell recognition, or they can act as receptors for cell signaling. So that is what we can basically talk about, the components of the cell membrane. I thank you. Continue revising. Look up for more of our videos as we look at membrane lipids and membrane proteins. Subscribe to our YouTube channel. Thank you very much.